Picture your favorite TV show right now. Got it? Good. Now imagine if it only had one season. Would it still be just as great? Some of the best shows of all time don't have a lot of seasons. And now that I think about it, the best shows only have one. Don't get me wrong, I love a lot of shows that have 5, 6, 7 or more seasons, but not for the same reasons. Hi, my name is Zagna and welcome to The Diner. Are you hungry?
Unfortunately, like all good things, it must come to an end.
I've been watching shows my entire life, and when a show is really good, you want more of it, and there's probably a lot of people like you, which means the creators of the show are probably gonna give you guys another season. We all love to see a good story develop, things get crazy and characters grow, but there has to be a limit. Some shows never end, and I'm sitting here like, where else are you gonna go with this show? You think I'm kidding? Look at this. You thought it was hard catching up on One Piece? Think again. At some point, you gotta wrap it up. And yes, I'm talking to the Grey's Anatomy fans out there. It will end eventually.
Destiny arrives, all this essence.
Love and hate are two horns on the same goat, Eugenia, and you need a goat.
So, I've been spoiled with great shows for most of my life. They've had great seasons from beginning to end, and of course, they may have their 1 or 2 seasons that are but for the most part, they've been great. But I've also been spoiled with shows that never got a second season, and for some reason, those are the most unforgettable ones, mainly because they have the most painful cliffhangers of all time. There's an amazing show called Take Two. Now, at some point, you get tired of watching the same story over and over, just with different characters. Basically, think about television and how it started to make you feel as you got older. It was the same blueprint, and you've seen everything a million times. So this show, it was so refreshing. It was something new. I was like, I am so ready to see where this show is going to go for seasons to come, but unfortunately I was left with the cliffhanger, and I actually think that made me love the show more. I always get to think about what could have happened, and I get to write the show out in my head, but I also hate it because I want the writers to do that, not me.
I guess we'll never know.
But hey, there are shows out there that only have one season, but only need one season, even if you want more. 2 shows that come to mind are Medical Police and MTV's Downtown. You have to watch both of these before you die. I thought the writing was amazing, and no matter how old or new these shows are, the issues, the characters, and the lessons will always be timeless, and I think that's what really makes a great show. I absolutely love how MTV's Downtown made me feel like I was in the 90s, but those characters can be found as people you know today in real life. Everyone always says how different things were back then, but I don't think they were that different, no matter how simple things may appear. And one thing I've been missing for so long is a good parody, satire, weird humor show or movie. There's only so many times I can watch disaster movie and date movie and scary movie and dance flick. So when Medical Police came along, I finally got my fix. And considering how it was about a virus outbreak, I think it'll be relevant for quite some time. But this is all to say that that doesn't mean a show about aliens or superpowers can't be timeless or won't be timeless either.
You never know.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Cliffhangers are great. They have their place. That means you're probably going to get another season or you're going to get another episode. Maybe you're binging. But what happens when there are no more episodes? When there are no more seasons coming along in the future? I think we can also agree that some shows wouldn't have their legacy without another season or multiple seasons. Some great examples are Sense8, iCarly, Teen Wolf, On My Block, Good Girls, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know you're like, those are not related at all. I know, but they're all great, and that's what matters. Even if you think the shows fell off towards the end or somewhere in the middle, without all of the seasons as a whole, it wouldn't be the same. But there are some shows that should have stopped while they were ahead. Riverdale, The Flash, and this one is controversial, although I love it. Let me say I love it. I don't think Money Heist actually needed another season. I think it could have wrapped up a long time ago. We're in that stage where it kind of feels like we're dragging it.
You can't stay with us!
What I've learned is that it's a popularity contest. Some of the great shows never make it to their full potential because of low viewership, which makes me sad and happy. Sad because the show is over, but happy because that means, hey, there aren't too many people like me, so I feel special knowing that I was a part of that smaller group that enjoyed the show. And I've also learned that people lie about what they really want. They just fall back into routine. They say they want different shows and they're tired of watching the same thing, but they watch nothing but movies about kids going to prom and the same Cinderella story over and over. You've been watching people in different high schools for like 20 years. I don't think you really want something different, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just don't lie about it. Trust me, I watch different shows in different settings all the time, but I've also been a huge Degrassi fan for like my entire life. I've also watched On My Block, Never Have I Ever, Riverdale, Teen Wolf, Edge of 17, Hannah Montana, iCarly, Wizards of Waverly Place, Control Z, To All the Boys I Loved Before, and of course, High School Musical. These all take place in high school, so for some reason, even after we graduate, we don't really leave high school. Guess it's just entertaining.
It's 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining.
I'm curious, feel free to let me know your answers to all of these or just one. I get it, I'm lazy too. What are some of your favorite shows that have multiple seasons? And what are your favorite shows that only have one season? And would any of these shows be better with fewer seasons or by having more? This may require some thinking, but I'll be waiting, and I'll leave you with this. Just because you can go on forever doesn't mean you should. Lasagna has been served. Good night, everyone.